Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As you are hopping in, I would love if you could pop in the chat box one thing that you are hoping to learn today. I love a super interactive chat box, a super interactive Zoom room. So definitely feel free to unmute, ask your questions. We want this to be a really interactive session for you all. Feel free to turn on your camera if you're feeling froggy. That's one of my favorite funny phrases. So in the chat box, one thing you are hoping to learn today in this session. Susan, Kate is actually the queen. Thank you, though.
Brenna's a great conductor and the wizard behind the curtain. So.
To learn more about social media and how to use it better. Yes. Carlene, we got you. That is exactly what we're going to talk about today. Sarah said the same thing. Awesome. That is good to hear. Everything. Thanks. Jan McCum, aka Tech Wannabe. I love it, Jan. I'm so glad to see you on this session. Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, I have 6:01. Oh, we've got a couple people in the waiting room that I'm going to open it up to. All right. Awesome. So today, you are all in exactly the right place, because today what we're going to do is kind of give an overview of social media, how you can really kind of become a guru, so to speak, and how you can use it in your experience as a Girl Scout volunteer, both for your own volunteer experiences and to help gshom. So my name is Brenna Smith. I am the communications manager for Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. And my co-presenter today is Kate Sobczak, who is our digital media specialist, otherwise known as our social media wizard and queen. So glad to have
titles.
Yes, absolutely. Susan says, I want my daughter to quit saying to me, that's so yesterday, Mom. So teach me something she doesn't know. Susan, that will be hard because Cass.
Think of that.
Cass is a super smart human. And, you know, sometimes the girls teach me things. So that's something that we'll kind of talk about later when we talk about our girl marketing squad, because, man, we learn things from them all the time. Mm-hmm. So today we are going to talk about the power of your digital voice, an overview of a couple different social media platforms. We're going to share some pro tips for sharing from GSHOM's page. And we are going to talk about keeping it girl-led. So first and foremost, the thing that is super important about anytime we're talking about influence, about sharing our thoughts, our feelings, our ideas with other people in order to inspire action. For example, in order to get girls or inspire girls to join your troop, to spread the word about a community service event that your troop is maybe doing. One of the key aspects of influence is the fact that people believe people, they like to listen to people that they know, they like, and they trust. And so this is what makes you all in this room the most powerful people in the world when it comes to your network. So when I use the word network, a lot of times, especially related to social media, it can kind of get conflated into like social media network and that kind of thing. That's definitely part of it. But when I'm talking about your network, I'm also talking about all the people that you know just in your life in general, whether that is on connected on social media, but also connected, in real life, people that you would talk to. People that you would talk to, through work, through other volunteer opportunities, that kind of thing. And the people in your network, you have power to influence them. And that might sound a little negative, but I mean it in the most positive way, because we are Girl Scouts, right? And we have the most amazing organization that we're wanting to tell the world about, and that, we know that eventually impacts the lives of girls around us. And so this is where you come in key, because people who know you, people who like you, and people who trust you will take your recommendations, no matter what that recommendation is for, and really believe it and kind of run with it. So, it's like, if you've ever, gotten a restaurant recommendation from someone, that, oh, this is the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Right. But you happen to know that they have very poor taste in pizza. You don't really necessarily trust their pizza recommendations. Right. Kate's laughing because I am a
just talked about this.
I am a self-proclaimed pizza snob because I was born and raised in Chicago. So I have very specific standards for my pizza. But anyway, if you know, okay, well, we don't like the same kind of pizza. They really loved that other restaurant that I cannot stand going to because they never clean their pop machines, whatever that might be, you automatically are not going to trust that recommendation of that restaurant. And in fact, you probably are going to actively avoid that restaurant, right? And so this is where it's so important to just consider that, like, who do I know, who do I like, and who do I trust? Because those are the same people that you're going to take their recommendations and run with it, or you're going to attend their event, you're going to support their initiative that they're really trying to broadcast to the world, right? And so this is such an awesome power that each of you have with your networks. And so taking that a step further, we're going to talk specifically about Facebook and Instagram today. We also are going to talk a little bit about TikTok, but mainly we're going to focus on Facebook and Instagram today. So can you let me know in the chat box how often you use both Facebook and Instagram? And if you use Facebook all the time, but you've never even logged into Instagram, that is a-okay, but I would love to just hear that in the chat box. Well, not hear it, read it in the chat box, so that we know where you're at. Sarah uses Facebook all the time. Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Do you use Instagram a lot or not so much? Facebook only, Facebook all the time. Have Instagram, don't use it. Tara uses Facebook daily, Instagram every once in a while. Okay, awesome. Facebook to communicate with troop members, no Instagram. Facebook all the time, Instagram sometimes. Okay, awesome. So I'm not going to go super in depth then on Facebook, since it sounds like most of you use Facebook all the time. What I will share though, and I'm just going to switch my screen share really quick. We are going to look at our Facebook page. So this is our gshom Facebook page. Never have used TikTok, no account. Okay, awesome. So this is your view as a general kind of Facebook user of our gshom Facebook page. Hopefully you all follow us on Facebook and like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram if you are on Instagram. If you currently do not like or follow us on Facebook, then I'm just going to cover my eyes and really quick, you can run over to our Facebook page and give us a like.
Yeah, please do.
But oops. So on this page, and you can see I'm logged into my Girl Scout Facebook account. This is where you really can see everything that's going on at gshom. And so For example, if I wanted to share this page, and I know for some of you, you're like, I know how to share this on Facebook. Awesome. I'm just going to do it really quick in case somebody watches the recording and, is hardly ever on Facebook. So one thing is that I'm going to, you won't see this little ad. I just have this box here since I manage our Facebook page. But if I'm going to share this post about our fundraising event in partnership with Bell's Brewery, the first thing I'm going to do is come here to this like react button. I'm going to do either love or wow. Okay. Sometimes I'll do a haha. Very rarely do I do the sad or the angry. But the reason that I do one of these, sometimes a care too. We love a good care every once in a while.
Definitely.
The reason I do that though is because this actually helps the algorithm. So what I always say, and what that means is if you love one of our posts on gshom, it actually is more powerful to Facebook than if you just like it. So that's one of our little pro tips that we wanted to share with you all. If you're going to like our posts, you might as well love it, or you might as well wow it, or you might as well care it, because it definitely will help it to show up more on other people's feed. Now the algorithm on Facebook changes all the time. And I guess I should say, when I'm talking about the algorithm, I'm talking about how posts show up on people's feed. So when you're scrolling on your Facebook page, depending on how people have interacted with the things that you see on your own personal Facebook feed, that actually dictates what you see. So if a bunch of people are liking and commenting and loving on one post, that is much more likely to show up on your feed than a post from the same exact person on your friends list that you interact with the same amount of times that nobody has commented on or liked. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the algorithm. So I always will throw us a love or a wow. This one kind of cracks me up because the face is just a little funny. And then I might comment and say, so excited for this. And I'm going to tag my friend Kate. Did you order yours? Again, this is just another way to kind of tell Facebook, hey, people are really interested in this post. And I share this with you as a kind of pro tip for when you're sharing information about your troop or different activities that you're doing too. Facebook likes to see that you're active and commenting on other people's things as well. Okay, so we've given it some love, we've commented and tagged a friend. Next up, if I want to share, I'm going to say share to my newsfeed, because you can't, I'm going to back that up really quick, because if I hit this share now public, that automatically is going to share right to my page. And there's just not going to be a caption on it. But what Facebook loves when we do is share to newsfeed, because then you get this dialog box that you can say, I'm so excited about this event. What should I say? Who still needs to purchase their kit? Don't forget, it all helps. Wow, it would be great if I could type today, huh? To support girls right here in, I'm gonna get fancy here and tag Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. You don't have to do this. I'm just being a little extra here just to show you what you can do. But what I did was I typed the @ symbol and then started to type in who I wanted to tag, and then it starts to show up. So then when you tag it now on our GSHOM Facebook page, we'll get a little notification that you've tagged us.
Especially because it's public as well versus your friends list.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Kate, for saying that actually. So you'll notice up here, I have this listed as public. Now, depending on what your privacy settings are, it might default to posting to your friends on Facebook. So this Facebook account that I'm on right now is my Girl Scout specific account. So I have it automatically set to go on public. However, on my personal Facebook account, Typically it's set to my friends only because I like for most of the things that I post to be private to limited to my friends. But if I'm sharing something about Girl Scouts, I'm probably going to make that public just because, again, it helps more people to see it because it tells Facebook, hey, this is for everyone to see. So I'm going to add a couple emojis here.
Emojis also help the algorithm as well when posting stuff. A lot of times those images capture people's eyes first and then draws them to read the rest.
Looking for that confetti cone. Here it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The classic
So,
3.
yeah, this totally makes people want to like look like what is going on in her post. She's got green heart and we're blowing a what are those things called?
Party popper, yeah.
Yeah.
Something or other, kazoo.
And we've got confetti
Noise
flying,
maker.
right? So this must be an awesome post that I need to check out. So I'm going to post this. So those are some pro tips for posting on Facebook. Yes, Sarah said noisemaker. Thanks, Sarah. Words are apparently hard for me today, so I don't know what my deal is. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, do you want to show them how to share it to a group?
Ooh, great idea. Where should I share this one to? Well, maybe.
There's the Magnificent Mermaids coming up too. If you wanted to promote a program.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
That was on Monday. Shouldn't have to. Oh, nope, you're not on the page. Hold on.
Where am I? Oh, right.
You're on your page.
My own page. I was like, wait, what?
Good thing you tagged us. Get back to it.
Oh my gosh, these
or the cookie, yeah.
Cookie, you guys, man, it's so good. Okay, this one is that the one you're talking about, Kate?
Yeah, sure, that's a good one too.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh wait, I'm viewing as gshom. I gotta switch that really quick. You won't have to do that since you don't manage the page, but okay,
wizard stuff.
Right. So again, with this sail away, before I share it, I'm going to give it a wow. I'm going to say, this sounds amazing. Insert emoji. We're going to do one of these. Okay. I'm going to wow and comment on it because again, that tells Facebook, this is a post that everyone wants to see and people are really interested in. So then when you hit this share button, you have all of these options here. So you can do share now, which again, I recommend doing share to newsfeed. So you can add your own snappy, sassy little caption, whatever is true to you. You can also share it to your story on Facebook, which is something I can show you when we go back to our main page. You can send it in Messenger to someone. You can share it to a group, or if you manage a page, you can share it to a page that you manage. Or you can put it right on your friend's profile. However, one thing that I'm going to show you all how to do, because this might be something you do frequently as a troop leader, is share to a group. So Calhoun
County might be good. Douglas is nearby. Kalamazoo.
Oh, good idea. So I'm saying this sounds amazing. I'm going to do a heart eyes emoji. And then that automatically will bring that to that GSHOM Calhoun County volunteers. So I'm going to do, I might actually also say, not too far from Calhoun County. And then I'm going to post. So then if I'm over here, let's see, where are all my groups? Sorry, my chat box keeps getting.
You're right up front, actually. Your post is right there.
Oh, look at that. Right. I'm so glad you're here to be my second set of eyes, Kate. So now this is right here on this page, the GSHM Calhoun County page. So that could be a great way if there's something on our GSHM Facebook page that you're like, man, my troop would be so interested in this, and you have a Facebook group for your troop. That would be a great way to kind of spread the word about that.
Or if you're in any community groups as well.
Right. So up here, earlier I mentioned, here's where your stories are on Facebook. So these are some of my friends on Facebook who have posted stories. Now, basically what stories are a temporary post that lasts for only 24 hours, and then it kind of disappears. So up on our GSHOM story right now, and you can see it's timed down, like the time is winding down before it moves on to my friend Paige and her cute little cat. So I'm gonna pause this for, oh, go back. Pause this for a second. And you can see this is what we have up on our story right now. So it's easier, well, not easier, but a little different on your phone because it takes up your whole phone screen and you can just click through. And like you saw, it goes to my friend Paige next and her cute little kitty. Apparently she's reading and getting some cuddles in right now. So you can kind of flip right through all of your friends' stories all at once. So, Kate, is there anything else we missed on Facebook?
I don't think so. Just know I'm always there to help if you're on Facebook too. And if you comment enough, you can become a top fan.
Yeah.
On the Stacy Herman on that sail away post, she's a top fan. So if you comment like enough, we'll recognize you.
We will, absolutely. So now on Instagram, I am going to spotlight. Does that make me bigger on all of your screens?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just wanting to make sure. So on Instagram, I'm logged into our GSHOM Instagram account right now. Unfortunately, it's not as easy to show you how it works on the computer, just because most people don't really use Instagram on their computer. They use it on their phone. So a couple of things that I want to show you here. Can you guys see that? Okay. I know it might be backwards for you, but there's a little heart button and then a comment button. Oops, where did I go? Hard to do it backwards, apparently. And then a send button. So if I'm going to like this post, you can hit that heart or you can double tap it. And then you can see that heart got filled in. That means that I like it. I can comment on it and say, I'm going to say, we can't wait for these, because it's a post about the new Adventurefuls. So I just hit that little comment button. Then that opens up the dialog box that you can type in a comment. So our friends in Northeast Texas just got a comment from DSHOM saying, we can't wait for these cookies.
I do like them. They're a good counsel.
And then let's say you decide you want to send this post on Instagram to somebody specific. When you hit that button, it brings up profiles that you can send it to. Or if you want to add it to your story, that's the first option up there. So the stories up at the top are very much the same exact thing as what we talked about on Facebook. And actually the stories originated on Instagram, and then Facebook, they're owned by the same company, but the stories originated on Instagram, and then Facebook said, well, those are really popular on Instagram, so we're going to do that too. So if you want to post something on your story, you can slide over and you'll have a camera. You can't tell that that's a camera because I have a blank wall behind me, but that's your camera that popped up. Or if you wanted to share a specific photo, you can click this button here, and then your photo scroll will pop up. So I happen to have a photo of our Adventureful. So if I wanted to share this, introducing Adventureful, there's a ton of different things you can do to customize this. So Up at the bottom, there's a couple different options up here for, you can add links, you can add filters, you can write text on here, sounds so yummy. You can animate the test, which is a newer feature. So it flashes it on your screen. See, there it goes. There's the flash. You also can search for GIFs on here. So this is like totally something that your girls will know all about, GIFs, because GIFs are like a cool thing. It's just if you're not familiar, it's a small image that is like a moving image. So there's all kinds of GIFs on Instagram. So I'm going to type in Girl Scouts just to see what pops up. So you can kind of see, hopefully you can see them moving. There's a bunch of different images. So there's a spinning Samoa, there's a little wiggling trefoil, there's something that says it's cookie time. There's a ton of different options. So I'm just going to choose, I'm going to choose, see, this is the hardest part, choosing
True.
choosing a gift. So I'm going to do I Heart Girl Scouts. Shows up at the bottom. So you can see it kind of flashes and says I Heart Girl Scouts. So if you wanted to add that to your story, you would hit my story. Now I'm not actually going to add this one to our GSHOM story because we've got some other posts planned, but that's a little bit about Instagram and Facebook for you. So oh, go ahead, Kate.
Say too, in the stories, you can also add a location as well. So when you tag that in your story or your post, it will actually show up and generate for people in that area. Mm-hmm. And you can also add one hashtag only, unfortunately, to the Facebook to the stories. But that also helps for people, like if you were just to put in Girl Scout cookies and like everyday people are just like, I wonder if there's Girl Scout cookies around. They may look at that hashtag and click it and then look through it. So other two important parts for the Instagram stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point, Kate. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, we are going to get back to our PowerPoint. So that honestly is just a 10,000-mile overview of Facebook and Instagram. They are both such powerful tools. So if you ever have a question of like, gosh, I wish that I could go live with a live video on Facebook or, something like that, absolutely reach out to us. We're happy to help support you in that. I actually think going live could be a really cool way. Like if you're doing something like hosting a cookie booth, for example, and you want to go live and show your friends like, hey, we're set up in front of Harding's, come get your cookies, something like that. That could be a cool way to kind of engage your girls, get them excited. Occasionally we will go live on our GSHOM accounts if there's like a big event happening or something really exciting. The cool thing about going live is that it notifies all of your friends and all of your followers and says, hey, GSHOM is now live. Hope you probably have all experienced that when we have gone live for different events and, our virtual events that we live stream for and stuff like that. So that's another cool opportunity that you can do on both Facebook and Instagram. I totally forgot to mention while I had the Instagram pulled up, but if you do not currently follow GSHOM on Instagram, you can type in at GSHOM or type in Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan in your Instagram search button, which I just hit this magnifying glass at the bottom, and then you can type in Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan and give us a follow. So
thanks, Sarah. You just followed.
Yay! Woohoo!
There's also one other button. I don't think we showed them, but it's next to the little sendy part to go to your stories. There's a little bookmark. So if you just want to save posts that you see as well, that actually does help our algorithm as well to get more reach if you save a post.
Yeah, Great tip, Kate. Yeah, if you like, comment, and then save our post, that really, same thing as with Facebook, it tells Instagram, oh, this is a really great post, to the point where you've saved it because you want to be able to come back to it and find it again. So that really helps as well. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about is how to write a post that stops the scroll. And what I mean by that, just kind of a funny way to say, if somebody is cruising through their Instagram feed, what is going to make them, or their Facebook feed, it's sometimes even more relevant on Facebook since Instagram is typically a photo sharing app, whereas Facebook is, it's easier to share like a long caption that goes along with an image or a graphic or something like that. So what is going to make someone when they're sharing, you all can see the PowerPoint right now, by the way, right?
Yeah, we can just see you on the right hand side. I don't
But
know
you
if
can,
that.
can you see the power? Oh, you can't see the PowerPoint?
No, you can see the PowerPoint, but it's only you on the right hand side now.
Oh,
I don't know if that was on purpose though.
no, I tried to remove my spotlight. Okay, well, weird. I can see you, Kate, but
Oh.
let me try to reshare it. Okay, do we see PowerPoint?
Yeah, we see that.
Okay, cool. So what is going to make someone really stop what they're doing and want to read your post, pay attention to what you've put out there on the timeline? My biggest piece of advice with this is to add your own personality to your posts. The reason being, the people that you're connected with on Facebook, they are connected with you because they know you, they like you, they trust you. That's why they're connected with you. And so when I am sharing something on my personal Facebook page, I'm like, if it's Girl Scout related, if it's anything, I'm going to add my own little personal flair. And if you know me well, I'm like a little bit sassy. I'm a little bit sarcastic. I really love coffee. Like that's a little bit about who I am and like what my friends and family know about me. So if I share something from our gshom Facebook page, like that Bell's Brewery event, I might say something like, how freaking cool is this? This is going to be so much fun. You do not want to miss this because you're going to have FOMO. Which, if you don't know what FOMO is the fear of missing out. That I think it's still like an in term, although it might be outdated now. We'll have to ask the girls if it's outdated or not. So definitely add your own personal flair and show off that personality, because that's what's going to really make people stop and like, oh, instead of, oh, Brenna's just sharing Girl Scout things again, like she does every day. Like, what is my personal commentary that I'm adding here, that is going to really show my friends and family why this is an important post for me and for them. The next thing, what I like to call WIFM, what's in it for them, which isn't a perfect acronym, I realize, but it sounds better WIFM instead of WIFT. What's in it for them? Why does your audience care about this? That's why I added on when I shared the Saugatuck sailing post into the GSHOM Calhoun County group. That's why I added not too far from Calhoun County, because that makes it directly relevant to them. Same thing when I shared the Bell's Brewery thing. I said the best part is, this supports girls right here in Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. Because again, I want my audience to know, hey, this is going to really positively impact the girls who live in your community, that kind of thing. What's in it for them? If you're sharing about an awesome activity that your troop is doing, why do your friends care? Well, maybe they care because if you are the troop leader and your daughter's in the troop, like they love your daughter and they want to know, that she's having fun. Maybe they are considering Girl Scouts for their own child and, they need to know like that this is a fun, positive experience, that kind of thing. Always asking that question of like, why do they care? What's in it for them, right? And then emotional appeals and logical appeals. These kind of go hand in hand depending on who it is that you're kind of targeting with your post, right? So I tend to be one of the sappiest humans on earth. I love like things that make me feel all the things, as I like to say. You know, I love reading really like emotional books or posts or things like that that make me feel things, right? So I am so much more drawn to that emotional appeal, that post that is going to make you like shed a tear because it's so beautifully written and, you know, makes your heart all warm and fuzzy, right? Warm fuzzies are my favorite thing on earth. Like the video we shared at the main session the other night about Girl Scouts and COVID, and that warm fuzziness is like everything to me, right? However, you have some people who are very, very logical. They want to know, and by logical, I mean they want to know the data. They want to know the numbers. They want to know that 80% of female tech leaders in the technology industry are Girl Scout alum. That is a true fact, by the way. I didn't just make that up. It's part of the Girl Scout advantage. They want to know those numbers, right? They might, oh, that's cute about the warm fuzzy, but they hear 80% and that's what's really going to hook them. So I would encourage you to use a variety of those different appeals. Maybe one post is like your warm fuzzy tearjerker post, right? And the next post is like, here are the life skills, the Girl Scout advantage, the outcomes that our girls learned today. You know, we focused on discovering today, and here's the outcomes that we took away from. You know, that kind of like data driven point as opposed to the warm fuzzy. And then the last thing, and this is kind of a unique way to think about it, but using your writing, using the five senses, right? Like if you're talking about a trip out to camp, you might say something like, we had the most fabulous weekend out at beautiful Camp Marywood this weekend. The rich smell of pine trees and the stickiness from the s'mores on our fingers made for so much fun. It was the most amazing weekend. And the sunset was the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. Here's what the girls worked on. So you've painted that picture, right? Like people can smell the pine trees. They can feel the marshmallow stickiness between their fingers when you mention the s'mores. They can picture like the sunset and what a gorgeous setting it was. And they can visualize, you know, what it is that the girls did. The reason that that's powerful is because it kind of picks our readers up, our audience up, and plops them right in to the experience that we've shared, right? So that can be a really powerful way. So now it's your turn. So we're going to take just about 2 minutes, and I've got a challenge for all of you. And this is not the end of the session. So I'm serious when I say just 2 minutes, and we're going to stick to our time limit. I want all of you to go either on Facebook or Instagram. I'll challenge you to go on Instagram if you are less familiar with Instagram. Head to our gshom page and find a post that is something that you're really excited about. Okay. And I want you to share that post, add your caption. Maybe you can share it on your Instagram story. Be sure to tag us so that we can see it too when you post it. And we're going to try it out right now. So drop in the chat what post and where you're going to share, and let us know when you're done. You've got 2 minutes, so until 6:40. And if you're done before that, then you get an extra gold star, and we'll just move on. So, oh, we're starting to get some likes on Instagram. Sorry, what were you saying, Kate?
I was just saying they'll be extra fast wizards.
I personally am going to go to our gshom page and share our Adventurefuls one on my story. And just so you guys know, like what I'm sharing when I share it on my story, just to show, again, a little bit of my personality, my kind of like sassiness. When I'm sharing this on my personal story, the caption that I added is, "Y'all, I am drooling," just to show to my audience, like, hey, these cookies are really good. So that's what I shared. All right, one more minute. Oh, Sarah, we got your comment. Thanks, Sarah. All right, it is officially 6:40. So thanks for doing that with us. Hopefully that was fun. It was fun for me at least. So all right, that's right. So for kind of our last portion before we move on to any questions that you guys have, is we want to talk a little bit about keeping it girl led, and how you can keep social media girl led by engaging your girls in it. So you might pose the question of like, what should we share about our meeting today, or what was your favorite part about our camping trip, that kind of thing. I think you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised at all, by the awesome, creative, fun ideas that our girls have, even when it comes to social media. As I mentioned earlier, Kate and I learn every single day from our girl marketing squad, who actually helped us to create our TikTok account. So with that, I'm going to put myself on mute for a second, and Kate is going to take us away and tell us about our girl marketing squad and how we have kept it girl led with our girl marketing squad.
Yeah. Can you see me now or no?
I can see you.
Okay.
I can add a spotlight to you.
Maybe that's it. Ah, there I am. Okay. Yes. So our girl marketing squad currently consists of at least 6 or 7 girls, and we started it last April. So right when the pandemic started. So this was a great opportunity for girls to help us market and get on a platform we haven't used before, which is TikTok. And it was a huge fad, still is a huge fad with the girls. And really we keep it girl led as possible. We just go like, well, what ideas are you thinking of today? Or what have you seen that's trending? And how can we turn that into something for Girl Scouts? And so they'll pitch their ideas, and I'll listen and sit back, and they'll normally ask the other girls like, well, what do you think? Do you think that would be good? Or, sometimes we'll go over the caption and what they could write. And not every idea is the best idea, but it never hurts to learn. And that's something that they've definitely done this past year and a half from everything that they've created, is learning how to create the videos, what kind of script to do, making sure they're wearing their uniforms and those kind of things. What kind of props can they use to highlight the cookies? And there's never a bad idea. So we never turn down anything that they want to shout out or ask us about. And the girls are incredibly enthusiastic about it too. So that's the best part for the girl-led part, is that, because we've given them that control and power over our TikTok, it's really for them and their page. And a lot of it is Gen Z humor, which is when the ideas don't work out, we're just like, I don't know if everyone would understand that, but that's when we keep it on TikTok or something, because Gen Zs definitely will relate to it still. And these are for 6th grade through 12th grade girls. So if you guys have anybody that might be interested in joining us, we do other things besides TikTok as well. We're working in Canva to create graphics and help us promote things so they can learn how to do graphic design. Last fall, we went out to Camp Linden and we took pictures, and I let them use my camera and learn how to take pictures. And they've done a couple interviews on TV, as well as write donor newsletters. So if that's something your girl or someone in your troop might be interested in, we're always looking to add new members to our girl marketing squad. So lots of opportunities for girls to be involved and really inspire other girls. That's really the main purpose of the Girl Marketing Squad. Besides marketing for us is also to inspire other girls, because they're like, oh, there's Ani, or oh, there's Sam. So, be on the lookout. We do meet twice a month right now on Mondays at 6. We've changed the time a couple of times to adjust to the girls' schedule. But we're also hoping to have like a discovery recruitment kind of meet and greet sometime this fall in September or October at a couple of our different regional centers. So be on the lookout for our Facebook and Instagram for posts about that, and have your girls sign up and come talk to the other girls. Yeah.
Awesome.
Anything
Thanks,
I missed?
Kate.
No.
I feel like the Girl Marketing Squad is one of the most fun opportunities ever. But I might be a little biased. I don't know.
They did make my summer last year. They're so much fun.
They did, yeah. We will go so far as like when the girls on the Girl Marketing Squad have an idea for a TikTok or a post or a video or something, can we do this? And we'll say, well, what do you think? Like, what would our followers think? Like, we're really trying to teach girls not only like social media marketing and that kind of strategy piece, but also how does this relate to our audience? Who is our audience on Facebook, and how is that different from our audience on TikTok? Because it's very, very different. So kind of teaching them those life skills that are all part of the marketing and communication space, because a lot of people don't really learn about that stuff until they're much older. So just kind of a fun opportunity that we wanted to tell y'all about. So with that, does anybody have any questions or things that we didn't cover that you were hoping to learn about tonight? All right. One thing that I'll point out here is that we have our email listed here on our page. So at any time, you can always send us videos or photos that that we can share. That way, we're happy we love spotlighting our own girls on our social media and in our publications as well. So you can always send us photos and videos and just different stories and experiences that you've shared with your girls. So Cynthia asked, is the Instagram story for 24 hours? Yes. So just like on Facebook, it's only for 24 hours and then it does disappear. I can't find the marketing toolkit to create. Oh,
we forgot.
We forgot. Okay, let me show you really quick because I have it open for that exact reason.
And Cynthia too had mentioned Instagram. You can actually push the story from Instagram to Facebook too. So you double the work if you want to just have it push through to Instagram to Facebook. I do that.
So really quick, this is on our main gshom website. I'm so glad you asked that question because that was one of the things that we wanted to talk about, and I just got so excited. So when you go to the resources tab, you have this drop down, and if you go to Media Toolkit and click that button, we have a ton of ready-made materials from you that we're constantly refreshing. We do have a step-by-step guide. So if you think to yourself like, oh, I can't remember, how to share or how to do this, whatever, you can click that guide. And then you can click the different sections to see the different banners, the different graphics. These two are brand new. They're part of our fall recruitment campaign. Different
hot the press.
Right. And so when you click it, it brings up a big version, and you can either do save image as and then download it. Or you can, if you're on your phone, you could press and hold, and you can save it that way to your phone too.
And there's caption ideas down at the bottom too, so if you need help with wording.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out with us and for talking about social media with us today. Clearly, Kate and I can talk about this all day long. So.
We really could. Write a book about it.
All right. Well, have an awesome night. Enjoy your next sessions, and I will see you in a Zoom room soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming. Hope to see you on Facebook and Instagram.